Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri on Richerson.com. So last night we kind of celebrated our anniversary early.
5 years! Woohoo!
Not 5 years early. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary.
I think everybody knew what I meant.
That's going to be December 22nd. But last night we had an opportunity, and so we kind of celebrated our anniversary because about a week and a half ago I won tickets on Work FM 104.9 out of Muncie to the Air Supply concert last night at Emmons Auditorium in Muncie. So we had free tickets to see Air Supply. And so we decided that that was going to be kind of our anniversary. Air Supply is a big deal for us. Our first date was a Sadie Hawkins dance that I broke with tradition and asked Sheri to. This was in 7th grade in 1981. And I actually drug her out on the dance floor because she claimed she didn't know how to dance. And I said, well, I'll teach you. And the first song that we danced to was Every Woman in the World by Air Supply. So the idea of being able to actually see them live was a big deal. And since I had managed to win tickets, that cut our costs by quite a bit. But we decided that we would make an evening of it. We also went to breakfast this morning using some free breakfast tickets that we received from McDonald's. So we've had a couple of nice freebies, things that we did not have to pay for. We don't actually, neither item is actually something that we have to talk about, but we wanted to. I wanted to actually thank Work FM again for supplying tickets. I was very happy when I won them. But we decided yesterday, I got off of work, came home, got cleaned up, and we headed to Muncie and went out to dinner. We went to Ruby Tuesdays, had a very nice dinner.
With 50% off coupon on one of our dinners from Retail Me Not app.
Yeah, she had a Retail Me Not coupon for 50% off of one meal.
It's an iPhone app.
It's an iPhone app, okay.
I'm not sure if it's on Androids or not, but...
Yeah. There's probably something similar on Android, if not the exact same app. So we had a really nice meal, slightly discounted, so we saved a little money there as well. I had,
I know it was Cajun.
She had a Cajun spiced ribeye.
Very delicious.
With a baked potato with butter only and a garden salad. And then I had the hickory bourbon bacon sirloin with a baked potato with butter only and a garden salad.
And I had an unsweetened peach iced tea.
She had unsweetened peach iced tea. I had the wild berry lemonade. Then we also had dessert, which she had a caramel cake, and I had the apple crumble skillet.
And they both came with a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah, both with vanilla bean ice cream. All of it was excellent. We had very good service as well.
Yes, our waiter was wonderful.
So after dinner, we headed over to Ball State campus to go to Emmons Auditorium. I actually realized I had never been to Emmons and was trying to figure out where to park. So that was a little bit tricky for me
That was a long walk.
That was not a long walk.
It was for me in the cold.
It was figuring out which parking structure to use, and then figuring out whether we needed to actually pay to park. We got there about 6:15. Concert was supposed to start at 7:30. The parking structure, we parked in a metered spot that they only meter until 7 o'clock on Friday nights. So we went ahead and paid for 1 hour just to be on the safe side. Cost us $1. Wow.
It's better than getting towed, though.
Yes, better than getting a ticket or towed. So better be safe than sorry.
Yes.
So, and then we walked over to Emmons, which was, maybe 4 minutes walk at most. It's not that far. It's just kind of take these sidewalks and walk around this building, and you're at the front of Emmons. Basically, the parking structure is kind of towards the back of the building. And so we went inside at Emmons, inside the first little foyer area. They had not opened the doors into the actual lobby yet. The ticket window was still open, and but they weren't letting people in any further. But we were early enough. We were, I think there were maybe 10 other people there so far when we got there. We waited a little bit, and then they opened things up, and we were still, there was only maybe 20 people at that point. So once we got let into the lobby of the auditorium, we started looking around a little bit, and found the merchandise table. And later on we found out the guy running the merchandise table's name was Dave. The band introduced him, told us that we should say hi to Dave. So we looked around at the merchandise table a little bit. Weren't necessarily planning on buying anything, but we were looking to see what they had. And when I was out in New Mexico, I used to help with our show venue. I was friends with the coordinator, and generally I would volunteer and help out the different guests that we had come in, basically running their merchandise tables for them, because a lot of times they didn't have the staff to have anybody doing their merchandise. So I would help out, and generally it got me some free merchandise, and meeting the groups or the individual, and getting autographs. So it was kind of fun and nice. So I always try to take a look at the merchandise. And when we were looking at it, we saw they had there was a book of Graham Russell's poems that he had published in 2015. This is a copy of the book, and that's Graham Russell. He's the author of most of the songs, the songwriter, and co-founder of Air Supply. And in the deal with the book was that if you bought the book, you could have it autographed by Graham Russell. You get to meet him and talk to him and get it autographed. Now, it was one person, one autograph per book. So in order for both Sheri and I to meet him, we had to buy 2 books. So this was kind of our big expense of the night. We hadn't really planned on spending the money for this, but it was an opportunity that we couldn't pass up. We had to meet him. We were hoping to also have a chance to talk to Russell Hitchcock, the other member of Air Supply, but we missed that opportunity. He wasn't part of this book signing, but that's okay. Half is better than none. And maybe next time, you know, they are around, we can go again, and maybe we can get his autograph and meet him. So we bought our books, and then waited around a little while longer for him to open the doors to the auditorium. Once they had everything ready, you know, they opened the doors, started seating people. Now, we were in, our tickets were for row HH. The far back seats are like row MM. So we weren't too far from the back wall of the auditorium. We were just a little bit under the balcony. But not terrible seats. I mean, it's a small venue, so not really any bad seats pretty much anywhere in the auditorium, but a little further away than what I kind of hoped for. But, you know, free tickets, you can't really complain too much. So we got settled in. You know, we took some photos, you know, some selfies of us sitting in the seats. Took some photos from there of the stage. You know, started getting settled in. We sat there for a little while. People started showing up, you know, filling in the auditorium. And we'd been sitting there for a little while, and a woman came along, part of the venue, and mentioned that there were some areas that they had empty seats farther, you know, closer to the stage, and that if we would like to, we could move forward. So she took us forward and put us into row S. So quite a bit closer. Very nice. It was wonderful that we got moved closer. Still a little further away than I really kind of wanted, but I mean, you know, we can't all be front row. But, you know, still very nice, wonderful seating. So, once we had gotten moved a little bit farther forward, we settled in, sitting there for a little while. We took some more photos, and then the concert started. And they played a couple of songs. One of them, of course, being "Every Woman in the World."
Yay!
One of the, I think it was what, the second?
The third.
Third song? Okay. And I did get some video of that, but that'll be a different.
We're not going to share it.
We're not sharing it on this because of copyright. So, but we took quite a few videos of different songs. I went live on Facebook several times, sharing what we were doing, and but you know, the concert started going, and it was just wonderful.
Good evening, Muncie! How are you doing tonight? Are you doing well? How many people saw us when we were here last time, about 10 years ago? Oh, really? Were you in the front row then? You were? Oh, I believe that you don't. Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you for coming back. How many people have never seen us before? Oh, we have a lot to prove tonight then. The Time magazine said we're the most romantic band in the world. Well, we have to prove that now, I suppose. I don't know how you do that. They said it, we didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be back here again on this beautiful autumn evening. The trees turning gold. And all that. But tonight, we are yours. But you are ours. Are you ready? Let's go.
concert was done, which they did do an encore, which was wonderful as well, we went back out into the lobby area to wait to be taken back into the auditorium for the book signing. And while we were there in the lobby, we came across the videographer. He was interviewing some people exiting the performance, giving their feelings and you know, getting some input from fans. So I took the opportunity to get on camera with him and tell him our little story of you know, the fact that we danced the first time to Air Supply. We used Every Woman in the World in our wedding ceremony 5 years ago. We walked down the aisle together and then danced at the front of the church to the song. So, you know, basically it was more or less fate wrapping everything together. You know, that's how I feel about it. And that Air Supply has played a big role in Sheri and I's life. So, you know, we spent a few minutes out in the lobby of the auditorium. You know, they cleared out the auditorium, got all of the people out, cleared most of the lobby as well. The few of us that had bought books, then they lined us up to take us back in. And we were told at the time, you know, we could get a photo and we could get the book signed, but that was it. No video or anything else. But we went in, and when we actually got our books signed and we talked to Graham, we asked him about doing video, and he said, sure. So we wound up sticking around until everybody else was done, and then we actually got some video of him. So we were thrilled.
Yeah.
And as a special treat for everyone who is watching, here is that short little video interview that we did with Graham. Hi, this is Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri and Richerson.com. I'm here with Graham Russell of Air Supply, and we just enjoyed a wonderful show.
Thank you.
We've been fans of Air Supply for a very long time.
1981.
1981, when Sheri and I had our first date, we danced our first dance to Every Woman in the World.
Wow.
And it's been just fantastic.
Well, you should go home and dance tonight for sure.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
So, how are you liking the tour?
Guitar?
The tour.
Tour.
Oh, I love it. I love playing live. It's my greatest joy.
Where are you going next?
We are going to Illinois tomorrow.
Okay, and do you know when you'll be back in Indiana?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we really enjoyed the show tonight, and thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And thank you for producing so many great songs.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeff.
Have a good night.
Have a lovely night. Oh.
And we had a wonderful time last night. I know I was exhausted by the time we got home. It was a very long day for me, but well worth it. You know, it was they have been performing for 44 years. They mentioned in the concert last night that back in September they celebrated their 5,000th performance. But they're still just, you know, incredible. They are incredible performers. They've been doing it for a long time, you know, and yeah, they've gotten a little older, but so have we.
And oh my gosh, the vocals were fantastic.
Yeah, their voices still sound wonderful.
The The music was fantastic.
Yeah, their backup musicians that they have are incredible. The guitarist was just phenomenal.
So was the drummer.
The drummer was fantastic. You know, there was a spot at one point that he did some drumming that just, you know, fabulous. You know, now the backup band is a lot younger. They're all, you know, basically young guys, but you know, they know the music. They play wonderfully. They have some, you know, just fabulous performances.
The keyboardist was from Italy.
Yeah, the keyboardist was Italian.
Yes.
The other three guys, I believe, all were from California.
Yeah, they were from California.
Different areas of California, but all basically from California. But yeah, they were just phenomenal last night. You know, I loved it.
I'll second that.
And so
this was only the second concert that I have ever been
yeah,
to.
this is only her second concert. She's never really been to concerts. She didn't really know kind of what to expect last night. You know, the one concert she went to before was a much larger venue.
It was REO Speedwagon.
It was an REO Speedwagon concert, which, I mean, REO does some small venues too, but she was at a much bigger location.
Yes. And it was on press tickets.
On press tickets, okay. And she was up in a balcony, so kind of nosebleed, can't really see anything, you know, that type of concert. Now for me, I've been to quite a number of concerts, probably at least a dozen different musical groups, various venues. A couple of them were large arena venues, but I've also seen a number of musician you know, groups in very small venues, like Emmons. Out in New Mexico, our venue was about 700 seats, and I saw a number of really good performances when I was out there. But, you know, so I was a little better prepared going into this, knowing, you know, small venue, it's going to be intimate, it's going to be, you know, just a really good show. And I think if we get the opportunity, and I'm hoping we do, we're going to try and hit some more shows like this.
I only have one more on my bucket
What we
list.
really want to do is see Boy George and Culture Club. We had tickets to see them a couple years ago, and they canceled the show for logistics issues, and they haven't been back around to this area real close.
I only have two bands on my bucket list: Air Supply and Culture Club.
Yeah. Which I don't actually have a bucket list, but seeing Air Supply live would have been on my bucket list if I had one. So I can cross that off if I make a list. I've got a few things that I probably would put on there. Seeing Boy George is one of them. It's not quite as high on the priorities as for Sheri, but it's on there.
And I would definitely go back to another Air Supply concert.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would love to see them again.
It was just so great.
Yeah, they were wonderful. So, and then, you know, this morning we got up. I thought about just staying in bed and sleeping, but I knew we had these free tickets, few free coupons for the new triple stack breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's. So I decided, you know, we might as well get some breakfast. I was figuring I'd probably get dressed and go and get them and bring them home. But Sheri decided that she wanted to go along and get food, and eat there. Which is always better, really, because it's nice and hot and fresh.
Well, and I thought since they were sent from the PR company, that doing some live video, which we are going to share that video with you coming up.
Yeah.
Doing some live video at the McDonald's that we went to would be a much nicer way to do it. And then I thought we could share with all of our viewers what we thought about the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I know that for me, there was no way that I could have ate a whole one, which I'm allergic to eggs anyway, so I had to have mine customized.
Which initially they weren't sure they were going to be able to customize, but they did a great job for us.
Yes.
So, and we talk about that in the video, so we'll just move on to that.
But we did not talk about how much each one of us ate, so I'll let you go ahead and do that.
I'll do that after the video.
Okay. All right, stay tuned.
Good morning, Facebook. We are at the McDonald's North Baldwin in Marion, Indiana, and I had received this in the mail the other day, wanting us to try the new triple stacks at McDonald's. And so I'm going to hand this to Jeff so that he can open it up. We did use 2 of the triple stack coupons that came with it today. I did receive this for free. I'm not worried about that. We got a real nice letter from the PR agency. And we got 4 of these coupons. This is what the triple breakfast stacks actually look like. So, and we also received a hat, which Jeff is going to try on. Look at that. How's that fit?
That's good.
Anyway, we are waiting on his triple breakfast stack to come out. And which one did you order, Jeff?
I got the biscuit version, no cheese, because I don't really care for cheese on my breakfast sandwiches. I was going to get the McGriddle version, but this particular McDonald's was out of McGriddles this morning. They did apologize to me for that, but for some reason this morning they had no McGriddles, so that wound up not being an option. So I went with the biscuit. I like English muffins, but not well enough on this type of food. So I'm just waiting for my food to arrive. So
yes, and I got a triple stack with just bacon and sausage, and no egg because I'm actually allergic, and no cheese. They forgot to put my sausage patties on mine, which I had noticed when I opened it up. So they did apologize. They brought those out. This is what I actually got. That bacon looks really good. The biscuit looks really good. The sausage looks good. So basically, we are just waiting for them to bring out Jeff's sandwich, and you ordered me some Cinemelts too, didn't you?
yeah.
Yes. We did pay for our drinks and everything, so the only thing that they actually sent the coupons for was 4 triple stacks, and it is 1 coupon per person. So, like I said, we're really excited to give these a try, and I was hoping before we got off here that Jeff's sandwich was out. Let me look. I see the lady up there. Something they're doing at our McDonald's that I think is really nice is they have someone bring your sandwiches out to you. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Jeff?
Yeah, it's a real nice service. It's a convenience service that they actually give you a placard for your table, and then they bring out your order to you. And so it's nice. You can sit down and you don't have to worry about running back up and waiting for them, listening for a number. They just bring it right to you.
Yes. And I do apologize for all the background noise, but it is McDonald's and it is morning, so it is really busy here. As I said, the lady is sitting up here waiting for the next order to come out. So, I'm trying to kind of watch and see. We do appreciate the opportunity to try these new sandwiches and see what we think of them. So, do you have any thoughts on the new sandwiches?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I do not know. Is that?
That's it. That's it over
That's
here.
it.
Over here.
Ma'am, over here. Okay. So here it actually
I'm
comes.
trying to give it away, aren't I? There you go.
Okay.
All right. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Great.
right.
Okay. All right. So we'll see what Jeff's looks like when he opens it up. Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Wow.
That was
Okay.
really good. So.
All right. I'm going to let you take a bite and give your opinion. Okay, so we're going to try to get this going up, and that looks like it's going to be hard to bite into.
Yes. That's why
That
I
is
wasn't planning on
huge.
doing it on video.
Yeah.
But you insist on, everything has to be video.
Oh, wow. So he didn't get a real big bite. I thought that looked like it was going to be really
Good thing I
hard to
have a
bite
big
into.
mouth.
What's that? Good thing you have a big mouth?
Yeah. Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you ready to have your breakfast? Can you open my Cinnamelts too? He's ready to have his breakfast, so am I. And I absolutely love these Cinnamelts. Don't those look delicious? Those look very fresh. So anyway, thanks for watching. I want to say thank you to McDonald's for sending us these coupons and giving us a chance to try the new triple melts. And we'll see y'all later. Have a great day.
So we actually enjoyed the breakfast this morning. Sheri, like she said, couldn't finish all of her food. She's kind of a lightweight at times.
Hey!
Whereas I'm a pig. Kind of a human garbage disposal.
Isn't that the truth? Especially for junk food.
Yes. So she ate the biscuit with the bacon on it. But she had ordered without egg and without cheese, because she doesn't like cheese with her biscuit. I don't like cheese on my sandwiches at all, really. Especially breakfast sandwiches. I don't like cheese with my eggs.
Jeff just doesn't like cheese.
No, I like cheese on some things. Let's not get into that. But she had the, because they kind of screwed things up, she had the sausage separate. Well, she only ate 3/4 of one of the pieces of sausage. And then she only ate half of her Cinnamelts.
And then I disappointed my viewers because they thought I ate healthier than that.
Well,
but this was an unusual morning.
Yeah, she doesn't normally eat this kind of stuff of a morning. She tries to eat healthier. I try to eat healthier, but at the same time, I tend to go for the not so healthy foods, and I tend to overeat. So I finished my sandwich, ate the whole thing, and then finished off her 1 1/4 pieces of sausage and the half of Cinnamelts. So, like I said, I was a pig, human garbage disposal, but, no sense in letting the food go to waste. And it was, because it was really good. I enjoyed it. And then we went off to Meijer and Hobby Lobby and stopped at Lowe's, and I have a project that I'm going to be working on here shortly.
A honeydew project?
Yeah, another project on my honeydew list that she just added. Before I could finish any of the other projects, which I've told her, she needs to stop doing this. She needs to let me finish what I've already started.
But I'm so good at it.
But then you complain because nothing gets done. So, but hopefully, with any luck, this one will go fairly smooth fairly quick, and I'll actually have this one mostly finished by the end of the day. So, but you know, it's just a matter of seeing how far I can get with it. I know I'm not going to finish it because there's one section of the wall that I'm working on that we won't have enough material to do the whole thing, so I'm not going to do half of it at this point. I'll just leave that one little area undone completely. It shouldn't look too bad the way I'm doing it, so the rest of it should look really nice and it'll be complete. It will just need to be painted. So, but that's a project for another day. I'm not getting to that point yet, but I'm going to try and get the majority of the wall behind the sink done today.
Yay!
So, anyways, I think that's going to do it for today. So, please subscribe. Thank you to everyone who is subscribing. I hope you really enjoy this extra long video today. Give us your comments below. Give us your thumbs up and thumbs down. And we will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon.